YouTube. Had a couple, well, one evening and one afternoon to work on the little S10. So, I did get a few small things done to it. I got mounts for the bottom of the core support made. Got them welded in, painted. Got the core support itself. Since the radiator now is not up front anymore, I can just use a regular stock core support. I don't have to use the one that I cut up fitting that big old radiator, which is actually under that blanket in it, because we're not using it. The only thing that's going to be up here is going to be the intercooler. It's going to go where the radiator was, but got that all done. Got the new brakes with the bigger piston calipers on the front with the new rotors that are cross-drilled vented, new bearings. I still have yet to put the tubular lower control arms on. I'll get that done probably sometime this week. Got the holes cut for the fender, exit exhaust. By the time I put my trim ring on there, you won't be able to see much of my boo-boo. Yeah, that's where I got the edge of the bench, the vice handle coming out of the garage up front. I just got impatient. There were still like spots of snow and ice on the ground and slicks, and it spun and it went sideways and pushed just into the vise, the nub where the handle's at. Yeah, on this side. Let's see, brakes all done, steering's all done, notching's all done, everything up here is done, other than taking the old fuel pressure gauges off because I'm not going to use them. I give them to my son. I didn't do anything in here other than I got my panels mounted that are going to go from the dash down to the floor to mount like the MSD and a two-step box and stuff like that, fuel injection stuff, anything that I need, electronics is going to be in here mounted on that. I got all new green switches to put up there so it all matches. I got a guy that's going to make me some door panels, and he's going to bead roll backyard built trucks into the door panel. I just got to pick what font I want. He gave me like about, I don't know, 18 or 20 different fonts to choose from. So, and kind of picture how I want it laid out. Cage is going to be black. I thought about sticker bombing it. I thought about painting it black. I thought about painting it green. I thought about painting it gray. We're just going to do black. Foam pad stuff, just, I don't care for it. It's coming off. I'm just going to paint it black and leave it like it is. Radiator's here. It's mounted. It's done. It's got a rubber seal all the way around it. It's mounted in rubber mounts with some little springs so it can have a little flex. Dash 16 lines up to the engine. I'm going to run Mazir 200 series water pump with the expansion tank on the top of the pump. We've used these on mud trucks, never had an issue doing what I'm getting ready to do. We've laid the radiators down like this, and we've also stood them up, stood them on an angle, never had an issue. And those mud trucks, man, we would stand on those things just constant for like 30 minutes, an hour, just constantly ramming on them. Never got hot. And it'll be two 12-inch spout fans. I think I'm going to run the paddle blade fans instead of like the swept blade or curved blade fans like I had on the old radiator. Made some little covers to cover where this goes in and that piece of tubing goes across. Tie the roll bar to the cage, or the cage to the frame. Sticker bomb, got board, sticker bomb the fuel cell. What the hell? It was all stuff that come from the parts from that 468 and some other stickers I had laying around that we decided to sticker bomb it. Why not? What the hell? I got the old rear ends out, springs are out and everything else. When we go back with the 8.8, I'm just going to use some Caltrac split monoleafs and sliders. So I'll probably start working on that and get that done. It's supposed to be cool this week, like down in the lower 80s instead of the upper 90s and 70% humidity. It was really pleasant today. So, and I didn't have a grandson today, so I actually got to do a little bit of something. But he'll probably be back tomorrow. You know, little guy's lived with me his whole life, and it's my buddy. He's 2.5 years old. He'll be 3 in November. So, but that's my buddy. He's out here with me. He helps me. He's just, when he's gone, I miss him. So I gotta get my sidekick back. But no, I just took some 1-inch tube, welded it, put a piece of 3/16 plate, put a hole in it big enough I can kind of have a little adjustment. But we bolted the core support in. I put the valance on it, squared everything up. I got an old stock hood that I set on it and use it to kind of get everything squared up. That way it's not like pushed left or pushed right. And then plumb line, check it to the frame, center line of the frame and everything, and I got them all on there where they needed to be, and welded up, took core support back out, as you can see. And like I said, springs are out, cow tracks are off. I knocked the bushings back out of the springs so I can reuse them. Somebody told me you can beat these in the back, because they come with 2 sets, because you don't know what spring eye you have, right? A guy told me online that you can actually beat these into the back spring bushings, and you can put those in there and put that in the, cut that down and actually put these in the back if you want to stiffen it up. I don't know, personally. I have no idea. But I think what I've been thinking about, I don't know if it'd be a good idea or not. What if a person was to drill and tap the spring eye, then drill and tap through here, so you could grease where this is in there. I don't know if it would help live longer. I don't know. Just a thought. Painted the cow track bars that were yellow. They're back green again. Not going to be using this piece because this core supports have a 93. So it has to use the grill that has this molded on the bottom of it, which I want to change to the GMC grill anyway. I think they look more aggressive. Just not going to put the GMC logo in the middle. I'm just going to leave it, the one with nothing in it. Aftermarket grill. Get this mess cleaned up. Son ain't done nothing to his truck except strip the cab to what you see. I'm surprised as hell it has not got any surface rust on it anywhere. But he's been working, of course, at O'Reilly's, and then he's now moved up to RSS, ISS, and going to be moving, I guess, to assistant manager probably the first of the year. He's got some other guy he's working for on the side, making a little extra money. So, but I give him that engine and everything, and he's the one that bought the Flowtech heads for the other motor. Yeah. He bought them. I didn't even know. He bought one, and then he's buying another one. What did he say? Thursday he's going to buy the other one because he couldn't swing doing it all at once. So, yeah, I got good kids. Good family all the way around. Family first. Got my daughter's 05 Malibu back. We bought it for, car's got like 96,000 on it now. There's nothing wrong with it mechanically other than it needs brakes. It's got a brake caliper on the side that's seeping and leaking brake fluid. And she curbed the wheel over the winter and didn't say nothing, and now the wheel's cracked and started to come apart. I'll show you. I told her that was awful dangerous. As you can see, yeah, that's kind of dangerous. And then I got to fix this where somebody backed into it in a damn parking lot. Or somehow somebody hit it. She went in, she come out, and it was like that. I'm going to put some new headlights in it, clean it up. We're just going to detail it, clean the inside of it up, because 2.5-year-olds kind of wreaked havoc on the seats a little bit with juice cups and stuff. So we'll steam clean it, pull the seat covers off. My wife will clean them all up. We'll get it all dialed back up again. The tires on it were put on new last fall. So, and I just put a new starter on it a couple months ago. Use it for a backup. If I need it, wife needs it, son needs it, daughter needs it, it'll be sitting here. It's paid for. There's no need to sell it. YSL Camino's over there for now until winter comes and it'll go inside. That's about all been going on. I ain't done much of nothing else around here. It's been too damn hot. Hurry and get past that radio. It's got the copyrighted music playing. So, anyway, that's it, man. Cut some holes, pulled some springs, made some mounts. That's it. It's supposed to stay cool all week, so maybe I'll get more done. I don't know. But, my thing is, I'm not going to set the engine in here till I'm absolutely done with everything. Make sure I'm done with everything. I don't want to put it in here, then, oh shit, I got something to do and it's in the way. So, green cross member, new cross member, got rid of the modded stock one. Just made one out of some chromoly tube. It's kind of copied off a Transdap, I think like a 9744 or whatever the one is for this. We just duplicated it and made it a little heavier. So, yeah. I actually bought one. I didn't care for the way they made it. And then when I found out it's just made out of mild steel, I'm like, nah. Then I read online where the end on the passenger side, that plate, the way it's set up, with just the 2 bolts on the very end of it, it was bending the plate. So I took some extra roll cage tube, which is chromoly, the same size. Why is this thing getting blurry? Anyway, and I just redid it. I cut the transmission mount off of the other one. I cut the angle off the end of it, cut the plate, put 2 extra holes in it, put 2 gussets on it, and made my own redesigned version of the Transdap cross member. I mean, I got, I think, $70 in that one, and a G-Force is like $300. So, it was cheaper to do that. But this time around, I'm fixing a lot of stuff and doing stuff to make it look a little nicer than I did last time. The mounts were just a piece of flat strap that went up and bent and had a piece of mud flat between the bottom of them and the core support. This has actually got a piece of 3/8 thick polyurethane pad that sits on here, and I drilled a hole in it to match. So, anyway, that's all I've been doing, man. So, later on, everyone.